stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. Johnson, the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive line.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, 50. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
41.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 40. Before going out.
13 yards on the play.
Hey,
That's
get away there! Get away there!
It's outside, guys. It's
First
outside.
and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Let's go.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
Stop.
On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Target. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
From the 16, Stafford flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Check. Lucky.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Lions 3. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pick up there, and it'll be 4th down.
32.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 20.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
Hey, no. 40's the mic. 40's the mic.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Denver Broncos. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
20. Easy, alert. Under 10. Big 20. Buzz. Hey.
Now it's Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 70. 59. Hey, Echo. Hey, easy.
Stafford now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Here's Stafford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Lions nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Hey.
Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 73 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Three wide.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
These two teams all tied after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
50.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Kenny Galladay. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Lady,
Again, 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mike's 47.
easy here, learn. Hey, Delta.
Let's go. Shoot.
Hey, motion.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, Charlie.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Got to
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 33 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first down, Stafford here. Open man is Galladay, complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
Lady, double right.
First down.
Protein spell. Middle.
Stafford on first down. Pass the 20. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second and 9, Flacco Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flacco will get this into the hands of Hamilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
132 fighter.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. On first down, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Once more, it's Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Yellow, yellow. Take 3. 2-18, chop.
They're going with Lindsey. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He'll get this one to Galladay. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 15. Check 15.
36-yard line.
Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular.
Now Flacco. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon. And not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
21. Bravo. Hey, easy. Check.
Throwing is Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Middle. 32.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Hey, look at it.
Let's go.
Hey, 1
first and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get that ball.
Now Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Flacco. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
To say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down yardage before they...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game,
Here we go.
some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. To try again after the sack, Garoppolo. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Garoppolo now, first down throw, and his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
59! Hey, orbit!
54, Mike, 54, hey, 54, watch 54.
Here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check, motion out of backfield.
Now Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. And that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. Like 20!
Garoppolo on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Now Garoppolo.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
They're running it.
Kill. 12. Kill. Turn it.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
3rd and long.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 9, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
32. Hey, zoom. Hey, easy.
Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. On third down, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So they will go for it. Stafford.
I have to think of it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Here we go. Ready?
Go. Go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Exit. And middle. Hey.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backward.